Hi, Dave Johnston here with Day Trade the Markets. Today is Thursday, June the 29th, 2017. I've just been filled short here on 4 contracts at 24.2750. You can see I got another couple of orders in there. I tried to, as the market started to fall off here, I tried to get short. It hit those prices, did not get filled. So I ended up getting short from a lower price, but at least I am short. So I'm expecting this market to come down here, and you can see this is a 2-minute chart of the emini S&P. It's the September contract, and you can see over here that we had yesterday's low here. I'm expecting this price to be taken out. What is that? So that's at yeah, I believe that's at 24.25.25. So this market, as you can see here today, has had some pretty good selling in it. We've first of all got a really nice high velocity move, which is this rectangular dark area right here, along with the magenta bar, which is the most aggressive of our selling bars. The next most aggressive is red. You can see a couple of them here, another magenta here, another magenta here. The strongest on the buy side is a blue bar. We have none of them today. We do have a green bar right here, which is the second of the strongest on the buy side. There's another one here, another one here. So as far as going ahead and looking at where the first objective is on this trade, obviously the first objective is that 25. Actually, it's 25.50 is this low right here. That's obviously the first objective. So I'm expecting that to get taken out, and for the market to likely come down and test into the 21 area. So that's really the goal, if you will, on this particular trade. So we are short 4. So what I'm going to do is, and we may not get filled on the other ones, we'll just have to wait and see. I'm going to go ahead, though, and put in a protective buy stop, which I should have at least one up in here. Because I think what I'll probably do is cancel this sell limit, leave this sell limit in for now. We'll just see how it pans out. So I'm going to go ahead and buy a couple of these back. Round about, if my objective is around 21, I'm going to try and buy them back around 22. Let's put it in at 22.50 to buy 2 back. That'll give us a nice 5-point profit on the first half of the position. So that's really the lay of the land at the moment. We'll see what we can get out of this. It's selling off pretty nicely at the moment. So I'll go ahead and pause the recording, try and keep it as short as possible, and I'll pick it up as the market dictates. Okay, just resume the recording here. We just got filled right here just a moment ago at 22.50, short from 27.50. So I'm going to adjust this protective buy stop here. I'm going to bring it down in location and price. I also need to adjust the amount, because we're now only short 2 contracts because we've already bought 2 back. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel these other orders up in here. You can see I put markers in there, so I'm going to go ahead and remove them. We now have, or let's see, I've placed the stop just above this last deceleration bar. Let me move this. Let me move this out of the way. What I will do, though, is I'm going to put in just a ray here so we can still follow from yesterday's low. There we go. So you can see here that this, when this bar popped up, it left decelerated, which is why it has a triangle above its high. So that's a good place for us to determine. Use that as a reference point to determine where we should put our stop in. So that got up as high as at 24.25. So I've got my stop here at 24.75. I'm going to put it at 25.50, just 2 ticks above that. That locks in at least 2 points on this final 2 contracts here. So hopefully it can continue down. I was saying that 21 was the objective. It did reach 22. Who knows? Maybe that's going to be it. But at least for now, it's selling off nicely, and we're able to take some profits out of this. So I'm just going to put this marker in here for our stop. I'm going to erase this one. So we've got our one marker in where we're short from at 27.50. Our protective buy stop is now at 25.50, locking in 2 points there. And our other marker down here is at 22.50, where we exited half the position for a 5-point per contract profit. So that's it for now. I'll pause the recording and pick it up as needed, or when needed. Okay, just resuming the recording. We are starting, or we're continuing to have a nice sell-off here. So we do have a magenta bar. The high of that is at 24.22. So lower the stop down here to 24.2250. And that will lock in what, well, that's the same price that we exited the first time. So it looks like we could get a really good sell-off here today, and it's moving down nicely. So may have to keep, have several adjustments on the stop here, but that's the latest stop. So once again, I'll pause the recording and pick it up when needed. Okay, just restarted the recording. Market has bounced back up pretty quickly here from 16 all the way back up to 22. We do have our stop at 22.50 still. It's actually, as I said a minute ago, it's the same price that we exited the first at our first objective. So just wanted to kind of bring you up to date on that. Looks like we could very well get stopped out here at any moment. So once again, I'll pause the recording. Okay, just resuming the recording here. I put an order in here. You can see it just a moment ago when I was restarted the recording. It came up within a couple of ticks of our stop. Usually that magenta bar really worked out great, but I've gone ahead and put in a buy limit for one of the two remaining contracts. Okay, we just got filled on it right there at 17 and a half. I should put a marker in here. So that was at 17 and a half. We got filled on that one. So I just wanted to put that in because, when a market has a bounce like that, it could very well be the start of the buying coming back in with some pretty good volume. Although we did not have good aggression on the buy side, you can see we had a light green bar here, which is the weakest of our three buying bars on the aggressive side. So we got filled in here on that one. We're just down to one contract now. So I'm going to make an adjustment on the stop. I'm going to leave the stop at the same place, but just bring it down to one contract now that we've got filled down here. So just want to bring you up to date on that. And that was nice because we were short from 27.50 and we were able to exit at 17.50. So it's nice to get the 10 points on that one contract. We had a total of 10 on our first objective here because we got 5 on each of the first two contracts. So trade is looking good, although as I said a moment ago, it's starting to get fairly volatile down here, which is another indication that we could be market could be trying to form some sort of bottom. So we do have our final stop in here to take 5 points from the last contract. So that's it for now. I'll pause the recording and pick it up when needed. Okay, just resuming the recording. It has dropped down. It held nicely at our resistance area here at the top of the magenta. It's come down here and made a new low, but it's in the process of perhaps being rejected. You can see a lot of excess on this bar that's made the new low, similar to what occurred here. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust the stop to just above our last aggressive selling bar, which is right here at 18 and a half. I'm going to lower it down to 19. So our stop is now at 19. So just wanted to bring you up to date on that. Maybe just spread this out a little bit more, see it a little bit better. So that's where we're at this point in time. And once again, I'll go ahead and pause the recording. Okay, we just got hit on our stop right here at 19. We were short from 27.50. So 19 to 27.50 is what, 8.5 points. So we had accumulated a total of 20 before, so 28.5 points. So it was a nice trade. The market here has come down a lot today. Really good selling. I think when we have robust selling in the sense of velocity, which is this high velocity move here, which is this shaded in rectangle, vertical rectangle here, combined with our most aggressive bar, and then we have follow through from that. You can see that the market did come up and test it here, and when that was taken out, I tried to get short in here. If you recall, I already had sell limits in here that did not get filled, so I got in here filled as soon as this D-sell bar was taken out, and then of course the market had a good sell-off after that. But utilizing the day trade the market software, as it, even though it didn't really form a box formation per se, you can see that our software here did form a temporary sort of isolation of consolidation in here, with the expectation when it did bounce up here to test where this very aggressive selling started from, and then start to be sold off again once it got down below here, which is why I put also this thin line across here, which was yesterday's low, which was more or less the same low that contained the market when it first dropped in this time frame here. So I like this trade for a lot of reasons, as I've just described, and utilizing the Day Trade the Market software certainly helped me in doing that. So if you have any questions or comments, you can reach us at info@daytradethemarkets.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.